Hi everyone, it's me Roselyn, and now we will discuss what is the minimum income requirement for K1 Fiance visa. Okay, so during the K1 Fiance visa application, there is a minimum income requirement as part of the process. So you have to know if the income of the petitioner meets the minimum income requirements. You have to check it first so that you will know if you will need a co-sponsor or joint sponsor for your application. Applicants presenting Form I-134 have a requirement to show that their U.S. sponsor's income is at least 100% of the federal poverty guidelines. The USCIS wants to ensure that your foreign fiancé or spouse does not become a public charge. So in other words, they don't want them to require welfare assistance once they arrive in the United States. So the minimum income requirements is different for K1 fiancé visa and K1 adjustment of status, and also for the spousal visa, it's different. Okay, so you have to take note of that. And also, the minimum income requirement is different based on where you live. So for the household number, you need to count yourself, your beneficiary, and if you have children or K2 children or any other dependents you have, you need to count that and include that to your household number. And also, if you have a co-sponsor, count the co-sponsor and any other dependents that he or she has. Okay? Then, use the household number row and column for 100% of the poverty to obtain the minimum income requirement. Since this is for K1 Fiancé Visa, we will talk about the minimum requirement for K1 Fiancé Visa. So let's check the USCIS Form I-864P, the 2017 Poverty Guidelines for Affidavit of Support. Okay, so this is the 2017 Poverty Guidelines for Affidavit of Support. USCIS Form I-864P. So minimum income requirement for use in completing Form I-864. So as shown on the Form I-864P, there are 3 income requirement tables based on where you live. So this one, for the 48 contiguous state, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, the U.S., Virgin Islands, Guam, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. So these are the poverty for this district, okay, for these countries. Okay, and then also it has a different poverty guidelines for Alaska and for Hawaii. Okay, so I-129F K1 Fiancé Visa, when you apply for this, you need to meet the 100% minimum income requirement. So on this row, okay, 100% poverty guidelines. 100% poverty guidelines and 100% poverty guidelines. Because the 125% poverty guidelines, this is applicable when you apply for your K1 Fiancé Visa adjustment of status. So it increased to 125%. So since we are talking about K1 Fiancé Visa, we need to check the 100% poverty guidelines. Okay, so first, go to the table based where you live. Of course, you need to check where you live. So if you live in US, you need to check in this form. And if you live in Alaska, you need to check on this form. And if you live in Hawaii, you need to check on this form. So as for me and Marcus lives in United States, so I need to check the poverty guidelines here. Okay? So, secondly, you need to find the row based on your household size. So, Marcus is the only one in the house, in his house, and he has no child, so that is count as 1. Plus me, the beneficiary, that is count as 2, since I don't have kids also, so we are only 2. So, sponsor household size is 2. Then, I need to check the column for 100% poverty. So, on a row of sponsored household 2, the poverty guidelines is 16,240. Meaning, this is the minimum income that Marcus needs to meet. 16,240. So, if Marcus' income is lower than 16,240, we need to have a co-sponsor or joint sponsor. Okay? Okay, so another example, if the petitioner has a child and he supported his child, let's say 1 child, so total of 2, the petitioner plus the 1 child is 2, plus the beneficiary 3, and if the beneficiary has K2 or one child, it will be included to the household size, so it should be 4. So the petitioner, the child of the petitioner, the beneficiary, and then the child of the beneficiary. So total is 4. Total household size is 4. And if the petitioner lives in Hawaii, so let's say Hawaii, household size is 4. And then the 100% poverty guidelines is 28,290. So meaning, 28,290 is the minimum income that the petitioner should meet. Okay? But if the petitioner did not meet this, you need to have a co-sponsor or joint sponsor. Okay? So if you have questions, clarifications, please feel free to comment on my video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.